Good afternoon, everyone. I welcome you all to the technical seminar. Today, I'm going to present on topic called Li-Fi technology for data communication. Under the guidance of Professor Shubha ma'am, I'm Tejas Krishna from Batch 24. These are the contents which we are going to see further in this presentation. Introduction. Nowadays, transfer of data from one place to another is one of the most important day-to-day activities. The current wireless network that connects us to the internet are very slow when multiple devices are connected. As the number of the access, as the number of devices that access the internet increases, the fixed bandwidth available makes it more and more difficult to enjoy the high data rates and connect to the secure networks. Nowadays, everyone is interested in using their own mobile phones, laptops to communicate with other people, through Wi-Fi systems. It's also known as Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is widely used in the public areas like home, cafes, hotels, and airports by the people. Also, the time usage of wireless systems is increasing exponentially every year, but the capacity is going very down as the limitation in the radio frequency resources. So, we are going to suffer from a severe problem. In order to overcome this problem in future, Professor Harald Haas, an expert in optical wireless communication, proposed a brilliant and applicable solution by using light to transmit data. He demonstrated how when LEDs, or also known as light emitting diodes bulb, equipped with a signal processing technology, could stream a high definition video to a computer. And he also showed that 1 watt LED light bulb would be enough to provide net connectivity up to 4 computers. This new technology is known as light fidelity. Literature survey. I refer this topic from the following papers. First one is Li-Fi, the path to the new way of communication. The author of this paper is are Monica Leben and Andrea Iconica. In this paper, they conclude that as the electromagnetic spectrum becomes continuously overcrowded, the Li-Fi technology promised to provide a faster, greener, safer future for wireless communication system. The second paper which I have gone through is handover skipping for Wi-Fi. This was written by authors Professor Wu and Professor Harald Haas. This work studies handover skipping, which enables handovers between two non-adjacent access points in light fidelity networks. The third paper which I have gone through is overview of Li-Fi technology. This was written by Shushmail and Shailaja D. They concluded that Li-Fi has a great potential in wireless data communication field, but it also offers tremendous scope for future innovation and research. They also tell that every bulb can be used as Wi-Fi hotspot for transmitting wireless data in Li-Fi technology if it is put into practical use. The fourth paper is Introduction to Indoor Networking Concepts and Challenges in Wi-Fi. The authors of these papers, the authors of this paper are Liang Yin and Professor Chen. They concluded that it is possible to build future cellular system based on free space light communication. Thus, to achieve this objective, they focus in free space light communication has to be shifted from point to point, which significantly improve Wi-Fi networks by offloading data traffic. Methodology. As you can see the block diagram, let me take an example with the help of how Wi-Fi works. It has a modem in which the data are transmitted using a radio frequency signal, or also known as electromagnetic signals, and these are received by mobiles or laptops through inbuilt antennas which are present in them. Whereas in Li-Fi technology, it uses light to transmit data. It uses the visible light, a part of electromagnetic spectrum that is still not greatly utilized, instead of radio frequency spectrum. The basic working principle of this technology goes something like this. If the LED is on, you transmit a digital data 1. If it is off, you transmit a data 0. They can be switched on and off very quickly, and it is done by LAMP driver, which gives nice opportunity for transmitting data. It is also possible to encode data in the light by varying the rate at which the LEDs flicker on and off, and to give the different strings, zeros and ones. The LED intensity is modulated so rapidly that it cannot be detected by human eyes. So the output appears to be constant. Eventually, we can increase the data rate by using an array of LEDs, where each LED transmits a different data stream. Other ideas are using mixtures of red, green, and blue, also known as RGB LEDs, to alter the light frequency, encoding it different data channels. And this technology can be achieved only by LEDs due to the high switching speed property. Coming to the receiver side, at receiver side, the data which is transmitted from LED is received by photodetector present in the device. Data is received as analog signal whose amplitude varies. These signals are not binary signals, hence the received signal is analog, which cannot fed into the microcontroller. So further, these signals are converted to digital by using comparator with the help of operational amplifiers. Comparator output is given as an input to the microcontroller based on the signal received, and respective data is received on the particular device. Electromagnetic spectrum. As we can see in the diagram, the visible light lies between the ultraviolet radiation and the infrared radiation. As we all know that if the wavelength increases, frequency decreases, and vice versa. From the spectrum, we can also see that the wavelength of radio frequency signal is 10 to the power 3 meters, and the wavelength of visible light is 0.5 into 10 to the power of minus 6 meters, or also known as 0.5 micrometers. Hence, we can conclude that using visible light, the rate of data transfer can be increased compared to radio frequency. Applications. There are numerous applications of Li-Fi technology, from providing internet access through street lamps and to allowing auto-piloted cars communicate through their headlights. Some of the future application of Li-Fi technology are as follows. Medical application. Li-Fi technology can be implemented in hospitals where using Wi-Fi is unsafe due to the radiation concerns. Wi-Fi signal is banned inside operational theaters because it may block the signal for monitoring equipment like, for example, MRI equipments. However, a Li-Fi can be beneficial for robotic surgeries. Next is road safety and traffic management. Vehicle can be communicated using Li-Fi through the LED lights, which is presented in the headlight. Smart lighting. Any light source, private or maybe public, like street lamps, can be used for providing Li-Fi hotspot as well as lightning. Aviation. Aircraft cabins already have LED lights which can be used to provide high-speed internet access without cables. Underwater communication. Li-Fi can work underwater where Wi-Fi fails completely. Using Li-Fi in underwater, ROVs, also known as remotely operational vehicles, will allow them to communicate with each other using light source instead of cables. Advantages of Li-Fi. In the Li-Fi, the data transfer which takes place at very high speed, and it provides a secure communication. It is harmless for human beings and fauna as it uses VLC, which is visual light communication. It doesn't interfere with other system operation as light is used as a source of transmission. And it is powered by LED, so it is less cost efficient. Disadvantages of Li-Fi. The range of communication is limited as light cannot pass through the opaque objects or a boundary. It cannot cover a large area as that of radio waves. It can get affected by external light interference like sun and normal bulbs. And the main is there should be a line of sight. Coming to the difference between Li-Fi and Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is the popular name for wireless networking technology that basically uses the radio waves to provide wireless high-speed internet and network connection. This technology works with no physical wired connection between sender and receiver, as it uses RF. Li-Fi is a term of one used to describe visible light communication technology applied to high-speed wireless communication. Wi-Fi is great for general wireless coverage within buildings, and Li-Fi is ideal for high-density wireless data coverage. So the two technologies can be considered complementary. Li-Fi provides better bandwidth, efficiency, availability, and security than Wi-Fi, and also has been achieved high speed compared with Wi-Fi. And it is also a low cost technology because of the nature of LEDs and lighting units, and there are many opportunities to exploit this medium. Conclusion. As the electromagnetic spectrum becomes continuously overcrowded, the Li-Fi technology promises to create the cleaner, safer, greener, and faster future. Additionally, it will allow internet connection where Wi-Fi is banned in some places like aircraft and operation theaters. Li-Fi is the future of data communication, since it is easy to generate light waves, and it is very advantageous and easily implementable in various fields. Hence, the future application can be extended to the various fields. These are the references I have referred. Thank you. Any questions?
No, I just wanted to ask a question on cost factor.
Yes,
you made a mention that it is cost effective because we are making use of LED.
Yes, ma'am.
So not all Li-Fi technology uses only LED. LED is okay, inexpensive.
Yes,
few Li-Fi, they are making use of laser light sources also, in which case the system becomes expensive. And, it can be used where the application demands pure usage of optical signals. So that you just make a point of that.
Yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
And how many papers did you go through? I asked you to refer additional papers also.
Yes, ma'am. I went through 7 papers, ma'am. The 4 I have showed you in the literature survey, and the rest in the references.
Just.
Yes, sir.
Anania, can you mute? Okay, so I have so many observations. Go to your methodology. So first thing, don't copy paste stuff, okay? So I cannot even see it from here, right? So
okay.
This will take you nothing. It will take you nothing if you look for high resolution Wala one, or you just redesign it yourself. Maximum it will take you is 15-20 minutes, right?
Yes,
you
sir.
just drag and drop, pick all these symbols from that, okay?
Yes,
That's his first thing. Yeah. Now, you made mention somewhere about when you are talking about the authors, right? Go to your literature survey. I noted some points. So again, title, author, where was he published? We cannot tell, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so usually it's a kind of a general observation, okay? For most of you, yeah, this looks like somebody from Andreas, sounds, I think maybe Spanish or something, okay, and obviously Xingu Wu, obviously Ziping Wu is Chinese.
Yes,
so
sir.
then fine, I can rely on this, okay? But again, we need to know the affiliation, because when you talk about this, see Chinese authors, okay, with the affiliation, say maybe like Beijing University or something like that, okay, they will have very good stuff. And the leader in this has to be Israel, okay? Because they have lots of reconnaissance systems and stuff. So their technology is far, far advanced. You talk about Li-Fi, you talk about Wi-Fi, you talk about anything, okay?
Yes,
so next time, try to look for the affiliation and let's know whether these are conference papers or journal papers and from which one, not International Journal of blah, blah, blah. Okay, if it is like ACM, Springer, Nature, something like that, then we will not know fine. They will not mince words. They will report the thing as it is. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, going to ROV, you said something about ROV, right? somewhere you said about ROV. You know ROV?
ROV, sir.
Yeah, you only mentioned it, man. Remote operated vehicles, something you said. I noted it down. You've forgotten now. That means you read it from a paper, right or wrong?
No, sir.
You kept
No,
this
sir.
PPT and you are reading.
No,
Okay,
sir.
why
No.
didn't you remember ROV? I wrote it down now, ROV. Remote operated vehicles. Because
Yes,
you are talking about, yeah, you are talking about something underwater or something you are telling. That's where something was that, and then I noted it down, man. Go down, go down. You said it, and I just noted it down. How come you don't know what you said?
yes, sir. Remotely operated vehicles. Yes, sir.
Then you said that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go somewhere. Yeah, I think you are talking about underwater communication.
Yes, sir.
Here
In,
only you
in the
said.
applications. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So now I want to ask you this. Now you said here you're going to use the Li-Fi, right?
Yes,
that,
sir.
and you said that it is far better actually in this. Now,
Yes, sir.
do you know the difference between ROV and UUV, unmanned underwater vehicles, like your submarines? Now, submarines can be manned, but I'm talking about unmanned underwater vehicles, which Israel has been developing, and even US also, they have lots of them. So in that case, how do you think Li-Fi is used in that area? Because you mentioned on that remote. Remember, remote operated means what? There'll be somebody who is at a substation, okay?
Yes,
Maybe
sir.
like a coastal, like a coast guard or something at a remote area, and he's controlling it. So in that case, you will know. So I want to understand now, in case of unmanned underwater vehicles, which is completely autonomous, okay, where will you get? Why do you think Li-Fi is far better than satellite communication?
Sir, even there they use a sensor for Li-Fi, and when the sensor receives the signal from the other vehicle, it goes to the coastal guard or someone, and he can get this thing, sir.
Okay, now go to your where you said it is cheaper and stuff, the comparative study. I want to point out something there. Yeah, so bandwidth, bandwidth of Li-Fi is exceptional. So this is not a comparative or a comparative study. If you say bandwidth is limited in Wi-Fi, okay, you cannot say bandwidth is exceptional. So what is the range? Are you trying to tell me it's unlimited in Li-Fi?
Sir, in Li-Fi, it's 400 to 800 terahertz, sir.
Then you should specify, you should put it in terms of speed, or okay, speed is Gbps, the terahertz is in terms of frequency.
Frequency, yes, sir.
Yes, so you cannot do this comparison, that this is limited and that is exceptional. Okay,
no,
that is
because the frequency radio frequency is 20 kilohertz to 300 gigahertz, sir.
I'm telling, when you are talking of comparative, big, bigger, biggest, smaller, yes, smaller, smallest, large, larger, largest, good, better, best. Okay. You cannot say limited and exceptional. What is exceptional? How do you define exceptional?
Exceptional in the sense it is greater than Wi-Fi, like that.
No. This is limited. Fine. You might say this gives you better, whatever, in the range of. So in that case, you have to specify maybe in frequency. Okay. First thing. Okay. Another thing is this: when you talk of Li-Fi, because this was proposed by, don't address them as professor this, professor that. Okay. Because there might be abroad, you have adjunct professors, you have professor emeritus, you have readers, you have senior lecturers, you have everything. They have PhDs also, all of them have PhDs. So many of them prefer you to call them by name. Example, Gabriel Stang. Example, Jan LeCun. Okay, you cannot say Professor this. What if he's a postdoctoral, okay? Or he's even a doctor of science. So we don't use their affiliation, their title, okay? Number one. Another thing is this: when you talk about this range, okay? So if it has a low range, is that a disadvantage or an advantage in Li-Fi?
Range, sir. Sir, actually it's a disadvantage, but it also provides security, no, sir. That's why.
Okay. Do you know about Starlink?
Also, I didn't get it.
Starlink, Starlink.
No, sir, I haven't.
Okay, you know about Elon Musk, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So his ambitious internet coverage, whatever is called Starlink, okay?
Okay, sir.
Which promises to deliver state-of-the-art stuff over what? He says he's going to give us high-speed, low-latency broadband internet using what? Satellite communication. Now, in this case, the speeds are crazy. So why did I bring this up? How is Li-Fi the future when we have Starlink? Now, remember satellites, right? If you talk about coverage, and
Yes.
that's the range. Now, look at range, medium and low. So what is the range of Wi-Fi? You should tell us in meters or something. And what is the range of Wi-Fi? So you cannot say medium and low. You got my point. Medium
Yes,
is
sir.
in what sense? Yeah, see, I'm not blaming you. This is what the authors reported. But when you talk of range, range says range of values. Range is an interval, right? Interval type of stuff between 10 to 50. Okay, so they cannot say medium. What is medium here? What is low here? Okay, so this is not a good comparative stuff. Okay, cost
Okay.
also is medium and low. This we can say, but you have to specify. Okay, especially
Okay.
the range has to be a range of stuff. And then that was why I brought this up. Okay, that
Okay.
if Wi-Fi promises to be the future of internet of data communication, okay,
Yes, sir.
where do Starlink stand? Where do satellite communication stand? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, because this is a global coverage. See, the intention of Elon Musk is to ensure maybe by in another 5 years or something that everybody, irrespective of where you are in the world, you will have a strong internet connectivity. Remember, this is light fidelity, right? Which we need only for our browsing, for communication and whatever, right? That was your
Yes.
topic, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
your topic is on data communication. So I disagree that Wi-Fi is the future, because you can see most of the stuff here is limited. If you say speed greater than 10 Gbps, is it unlimited? No, it is still limited. And there is no way it's going to give us better coverage than satellite communication, right?
Yes, sir.
So go to the
Yeah,
future.
just to add to this, Victor, actually,
Yes,
Wi-Fi cannot be a replacement for Wi-Fi because
absolutely.
it can be used only for short range.
Correct.
It can be replaced wherever the distance or the range is short.
Yes, ma'am, sure.
So that he should have strongly claimed.
Yes, true. So is there, the author, did they leave any open challenges, any open issue they want to address in the future? Go down after conclusion. Did they give any future scope in their work? Oh, no. Okay,
No,
you did
no,
not
sir.
address that. It's okay. I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you. Any more questions?
Just what is the limitation of Wi-Fi? Okay, in terms of interference.
In terms of interference, ma'am.
Yeah, could anything interfere and cause the Wi-Fi to deteriorate, the communication to deteriorate? What could be it?
Ma'am, I didn't get your question, ma'am.
Okay, see, any wireless communication when you take,
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
could be interfered by something else, and
Yes,
it
ma'am.
may cause, okay, the communication to deteriorate.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so like that, is there anything which will deteriorate the Wi-Fi technology?
Yes, ma'am. It could be the sunlight in the morning, ma'am. It could interfere. But as the Wi-Fi uses the blinking, like flickering technology, it
Okay.
may just ignore the sunlight, as it is constant light, ma'am. So it only observes the blinking light, I mean flickering light. It may ignore the constant light by the sunlight or any other lights, ma'am.
Okay, so apart from sunlight, could I consider the other bright lights also as one of the interference?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you have to have a controlled environment then.
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. The other lights, it doesn't flicker. Flicker, no, ma'am. It produces a constant light. But due to this, we are using Wi-Fi in the particular bulbs, so it make the bulbs to flicker.